GM agreed to sell the Hummer brand to China's Tengzhong and another investor. Jim Taylor, CEO of Hummer, joins us now from General Motors in Detroit to discuss how the sale will go through and what this means for Hummer going forward. Bloomberg's Greg Miles, who covers General Motors very closely for us, is also here with me in the studio. Jim, let me start by asking you, you're the CEO of this company. You stay in that position. A number of executives stay in their positions, and a number of factories here in the U.S. continue to work on Hummers. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's correct, and that's why today's a pretty exciting day, because obviously we're very happy when we can preserve jobs, not only our own, but a much broader group of jobs here in the United States in the engineering field, and also expanding, as you said, out to our plants that at least at this point in time have a bright future being associated with Hummer.
Now, you say at least at this point in time. Is it not entirely clear yet what Tengzhong wants to do with the company? I mean, what is the idea of a Chinese company coming in and buying what really is kind of a niche producer of SUVs?
Right. Well, what I meant is that we're at a very, very important gate today, but we have one more big step as we need to apply to the regulatory authorities in both China and the government for final approval. That's what I meant by at least at this time. But as far as Tengzhong and their interests, we really have to look at this almost like a private equity investor, and very interested in taking this brand for what it is and rebuilding its sales momentum here in the United States and the other international countries, and then longer term, hopefully establishing a base in China and the ability to grow and expand with the huge expansion in the Chinese market.
Jim, Greg Miles here. I wanted to ask you, talk about the kinds of Hummers that you're going to put on the market over the next 2 or 3 years, how their mileage and CO2 emissions likely or potentially would be less than what we're seeing now.
Right. Well, to be brutally honest, as you know, with the lead times in the automotive industry, to be in market in a year or two from now, you needed to have started a year or two before now. And so realistically, short term, we have the product that we have. We'll be aggressively marketing it and going after our loyal and historical customer base.
So they'll still use up a lot of gas and spew a lot of emissions, so to speak?
Well, yes.
Other cars?
One of our points that we try to make whenever we have a chance, I'll take this one, is that we are going to have the same amount of gas, same amount of fuel economy, same amount of emissions as the rest of the truck industry. The Hummers are no worse, no better, but also no worse than the rest of the vehicles around it. And the entire truck segment that plays in this space is going to have a challenge going forward in the next, as you said, 3-4 years to step up to and address the regulatory increases in fuel economy as well as the reduction in emissions. So we all have the same challenge. And that's really what this investor is looking forward to, is stepping up to that and investing the large amount of capital it's going to take to adjust Hummers to meet those regulations.
You know, I've always wondered, or I've thought, as long as this saga has been going on with GM and Hummer, why doesn't some super billionaire come in and make it his project, just turn the truck around 180 degrees, make it the greenest smart vehicle on the road out there? Somebody today was telling me, though, that's impossible with the Hummer. Is there potential for this car to become a green vehicle? I mean, is there potential to resource the engine, to cut the emissions, to cut the gas mileage with the right lead time?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is not rocket science. The same powertrains that are going into the Chevrolet Volt that General Motors is going to launch, the brand new vehicles, the Fiskers and Teslas, these are all just substitute powertrains. You take the same body, and in fact, we have prototype vehicles with those right now that are exhibiting that kind of behavior. So that is not outside the realm of imagination, and in fact, a critical part of why this particular, as you said, billionaire has decided to take on this brand.
All right. Hey, Jim, thanks so much for joining us. Wish you the best of luck. Jim Taylor there, CEO of Hummer. Greg, thanks for sitting in. I know it's a subject dear to your heart, as it is to mine. Now,